I'm Jack, Mr. Blue from WUBRGmafia, and this is the first of our Social Sundays showcasing in-person paper magic. And what better way to start than with the first of the Axion on Tour events known as The Gathering, which they're looking to host up and down the country. Last weekend's event was at Darksphere in London, and I really like the format with a big event each day, Modern on the Saturday and Pioneer on the Sunday, with a few fun side events as alternatives. I hadn't played Modern in a year, so I had a less stressful day enjoying some drafts and dipping in and out of the main event. Massive shout out to Will Hall, who streamed all day, and that video is on Twitch. Well worth a watch with a stacked top 8, including the Templar MTG and Chad Magic grudge match. Now, to talk about the elephant in the room, or actually the Rhino, I managed to catch fellow Jack Goldsworthy, on Rhinos before the semi-finals. And here's what he had to say.
7-1. And do you know what you're up against next?
No, it's either Nath or Rhinos.
Omnath the Rhinos? What do you want it to be?
Rhinos. We don't Nath next
The Rhinos mirror. That's you're comfortable.
He's my one loss of the day, so.
Oh, so revenge. Run it back. I love.
Now look, no one's paying me to say this, but I was kind of rooting for the Chad Magic guys. I've been following their progress all day, but it was Casper Sen in the end with Omnath Control that was able to take down the whole day in a really tense final against Jack from the Chad Magic team. Now here's the first of my drafts. It's Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. I took a couple of good uncommons early, the Behold the Unspeakable and then the Boseiju. Took some good blue-green ninjas and ended up with quite a good kind of value pile of cards. I had two really nice combos with the Colossal Sky Turtle and Season of Renewal, which is a loop. And I also had the my version of Natural Order with Thundersteel Colossus and Anchored Reality. Also had a couple of mech hangers, which are very nice to turn that 7/7 into a creature without needing to crew it. Had some good white splashes just in case I needed this removal, and ended up going 2-1 with the deck. Double Masters 2022 was next. Took a load of cards early that I didn't end up playing. Had a bit of a rough start to the draft where I just thought I was green but didn't know what else I was doing, didn't get any clear signs. Pack 2 gave me an Emrakul and a Damnation, so went pretty heavily into black at this point. It was definitely a bit of a muddled draft. Took a Joda and a Planar Bridge and then thought, well, maybe I can just play Emrakul and have a bit of fun. So took a bunch of fixing and just played all my good cards. My plan was to just stay alive, maybe do a cool combo like Gifts Ungiven into Unburial Rites, or stay alive via Blood Artist, but 1-2 was a fair result for this pretty bad deck. Now, is there a better way to end your day than with the Modern Horizons 1-3-0? Took some slivers early, but ended up getting more allured by the Soul Herder, Vesperlark, Spore Frog combo, and took some other good creatures to blink with the Soul Herder. Didn't really know what I was doing, but took some counter spells and some protection, and then Marit Lage's Slumber came pack 2, and so just picked up all the snow stuff, managed to wheel Frostwallers and Glacial Revelations, took an On Thin Ice as well, got a bunch of Snowlands and a Hall of Heliod's Generosity, so it was feeling pretty good, and even got 2 Astrolabes, which just made everything smooth.
What's been your play of the day, and is it not countering Teferi?
Malta 6, opening hand, Gemstone Caverns, Guild Pact, Scion, Land, Cascader. I just went turn 1 Scion Draco with all the abilities.
No. Gemstone into turn 1 Scion is ridiculous. Oh, that's good. Honestly, well played, Jack. This is good times.
Now, my results for the day got me this Treasure Hive, which is a really cool way to store your cards, decks, or for me, it will be Peasant Cube. And Carter Papa were over from Montpellier, so I also picked up some singles. I got some expensive Bushwhackers for my friend's Pauper deck, and got some other singles for Commander. I have to say that the vibe was great all day. Even the constructed players I spoke to were saying how friendly their opponents had been. For me, a shout out to Eclectic Games in Reading. It seemed like your whole community were there, or at least in the 3 pods that I was in. I've only got a few criticisms, I think. There was no coverage on day 2, which is a shame. And there was also no on-demand events. And I think this can be tricky where you're hosting these in a store dotted around the country, and you're not kind of sure how many people you're going to get. But not having anything for people that turned up or people that dropped out of the main events was a bit of a shame. But yeah, all in all, I've got to say thank you to Axion. I think it's a really good initiative. Looking forward to seeing more of these. And yeah, if you're looking at this, go get your tickets for Command Fest in April, or the next gathering is in Stockton.